If you are applying from the Philippines, then this video is going to be really helpful to you. And if you're from somewhere else, I hope you get some ideas. Hello friends, I'm teacher Nadine. Welcome to this channel. I want to start this video by saying thank you to everyone who subscribed, all my new subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for all your comments and your questions. We are finally here in Taiwan, so I can answer your questions about the program TFETP. For this video, I'll walk you through the process, the timeline, and the costs as requested in the comments. I feel like that's going to be a very boring sit-down video, so why don't I walk you through my process and timeline while we walk to school. First, we'll look at my process, and it did take me a whole year because there were a lot of delays, but stay with me because later we will look at a quicker and better way to go about the whole process. So here is my whole year of applying for TFETP. So the first part is the application. I had to upload in their website my passport, my diploma, and employment certificates, also my teaching license, my PRC, and a police clearance. I got a new one for this because this one expires. They need one that's valid within 6 months. And then I wrote my statement of purpose. I had to make a 5-minute video of how I teach. I also had to provide them email addresses of people who would recommend me. And unlike other programs where you have to secure an actual letter, for TFETP, you just need to give them the email addresses and they will send a form of some sort to help them talk about how you are as a teacher. This has to be your boss, your mentor, or someone who has taught with you. So for application, I already do have my passport, but I know this costs around $950 in 2021. I also needed to secure my diploma and my TOR from my school, and this roughly costs about $1,000. To renew your teaching license, you need $250. For police clearance, I advise you get a new one because this expires. They need one that's valid for within 6 months, I think. So this costed about $155. I will post all the links in the description, or you may go to my website teachernadine.com. For the statement of purpose, this simply talks about why you want to teach in Taiwan, and make sure you have at least 3 friends check for you so that it's error-free. For the demo video, you're going to upload it either in a drive or like how I did. I uploaded it on YouTube. And here you want to showcase your skills, how you teach. We can talk about what a strong demo video looks like. If that is something you're interested to see, please comment. So for my application stage, it took me 2 weeks to prepare all the needed papers and the video. We moved to one of the most difficult parts, which was the wait time. This took about 3 months because at that time, Taiwan closed its borders because of their COVID cases. But they did send an email informing us that this is the case. And then finally in September, when I thought all hope was gone, I got an invitation to interview. And the interview was conducted through Skype. I really don't think it would be fair to talk about the interview questions here. And I asked my other friends from TFETP. We all had different questions anyway. So just remember, be confident, be on time, and be yourself. And in 2 weeks, I got the results welcoming me to the program TFETP. Next, they need TECO authenticated documents to apply for your work permit, first you need to go to CHED to have your school documents authenticated. They call it CAV, certification, authentication, and verification. This supposedly would take about 2 weeks, but my school messed up with who was signing which because it was sold to another school, but that's a completely different story, and that cost me around 130 and some tears. I had to bring all of those and my NBI and my PRC to DFA. Before I forget, your PRC needs to be a true copy. So you need to bring your PRC ID, have it photocopied, and they'll put a stamp on it saying that this is the real deal. I actually had mine in DFA Pampanga because it was so hard to get a schedule in Manila. I live in the Rizal area, and from Rizal to Pampanga is really far, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So we went there and we just had it mailed back to us via DHL. That costed around 1,000. And when you have all your DFA documents apostilled, is what they call it, you have to bring it to TECO, submit all the documents, make sure you photocopy all the pages. Each document costs 800. Very, very important. Don't forget to get a schedule from their website before you go to TECO. TECO is located in RCBC Plaza in Makati. While having my documents authenticated, I received my school assignment. Quick story, I was actually gonna be assigned to somewhere. It's a beautiful island, but my Mandarin is not enough to be living in that island. So they assigned me in the Sinju County. When I got my school assignment, I read the contract. I had my husband check it and I signed it. And after that, my school processed all the documents from TECO to get my work permit. And while all that was happening, I needed my documents for MECO. It's the Manila office in Taiwan. And it's a very complicated process. You need all these documents translated. All of those you're going to need in the next stage, the OEC. And we are so thankful that my school suggested that I have my documents processed by Phoenix Group Asia. Now, I've seen in the groups people asking if Phoenix Group Asia is reliable. Yes, they are. They are actually the best. For me, they did my MECO documents. They also handled our ARCs when we got here. They found a job for my husband, and they also found a job for several other teachers already living here in Taiwan. Their service is actually really cheap, but because they had to ship it to the Philippines, with the shipping it costed 5,500. While waiting for Phoenix to send me my documents, I had to apply for my visa because Taiwan is pretty much still closed. I had to apply for a special visitor's visa. So you have to call first, tell them that you're participating in the program, and they will confirm if your name is on the list. After that, they'll give you a schedule and you have to fill up the form in their website. And then you can go on your assigned date to TECO. And I actually had a much later date, but I sent them screenshots proving that my case is urgent. So I went to TECO and that costed 2,600, and I had to go back 2 weeks after to get my visa. To get your visa, you need 2 passport size photos, and you also need to show your work permit. Once you have your visa, you can apply for an OEC, So that sounds like a very simple step, but believe me, you have to try your best to keep your sanity. This one is the Overseas Employment Certificate, and you need to go through the direct hire process. This is a requirement of the Philippine government to be able to leave the country. Now, I won't go into detail how to do it, but I'm telling you it's really complicated and you need really high emotional quotient for this one. So I'll post the steps and how much things are. And I got my medical at Manila Doctors. And you can actually waive your dental, but I didn't because I didn't know, and that's where it costed me a lot, like 11K for pasta and cleaning. So without the dental part, my medical from Manila Doctors only costed me 4,000. So in total, I spent 26,400 without the dental, but with the dental it's 37,400 for all the papers that I needed for TFETP, not counting hotel stays and transportation. And I know that sounds like a lot. The most expensive part being OEC and your medical. If you've managed to stay with me up to this part of the video, congratulations. I will now share with you the shorter, quicker version to process your papers for TFETP. So even before hiring starts, you can have your document authentication at CHED, TFA, and TECO. And even if you don't go through the program, you can apply to other schools and other programs using the same papers. You can also prepare in advance your demo video and your statement of purpose, hoping that they don't change the requirements, but it's good to have anyway. And some of the steps can actually overlap. Like when you get your work permit, you can already apply for a visa. So that's an overview of processing my papers. Some things we can talk about later on, like how to prepare for your interview, what I did during my wait time, or how to process special entry visa if you're coming with your husband or your family. We can also talk about how to prepare your demo video. So lots and lots more we can talk about. If you're interested in that, please write it in the comments. I would like to give a shout out to the following YouTube channels because they helped me in processing my papers. I followed these channels, and please subscribe to my channel and subscribe to their channels as well. This helps us grow as online creators.
I hope this video was helpful to you. Keep your questions coming, and I'll try my best to make updates and to make videos. If you want a written version of this timeline, you can go to my website, teachernadine.com. Thank you again for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.